Okay. So, like today we are going to talk about the understanding of what happens when we are trying to manifest something, and why we suggest that just don't sit and start visualizing. Bring yourself into the present moment and then start visualizing. Okay. So, okay, if you can see this, can you see this?
Yes, yes, I can see. I can see. So
Yeah.
just to add, like emotional manifestation is more important than physical manifestation.
Yes, but why is emotional manifestation not happening even when we are doing? And sometimes we think we are actually emotionally manifesting and visualizing, but half of the time we are actually cribbing of the past. Okay, I will give you an example. I'm visualizing that I am having this $1 million in my bank account. And then I say, how is it possible? I don't know how is it possible. Like, maybe I think I should try another job. Okay. And then again, I start feeling, oh, wow, I'm getting this visualization and everything. And then again, my body says, oh, I'm always in lack. Everything, see my family, they have so much of money. My friend, they're earning so much. I don't have. No, no, let me just visualize in that state. So that doesn't happen. Yeah. That is why it's so important to understand this concept before we start even visualizing and start manifesting. Okay. So, so this is if you see, this is talking about the body, the time, and the environment. So it is very important when we are trying to manifest anything, we have to come beyond this, and only then we will be able to be in a state for a while where I am able to tap into the unlimited power and I'm able to manifest. Okay, let me start with body to make you understand the few things. I think I've also explained this before. So what happens is that in the beginning, maybe during your childhood, you wanted something. Yeah. And you asked something for from your parents, and they said, money does not grow on trees. We are not that well off. We cannot have so much of money. You cannot have all these things that you desire. Yeah. And or maybe even if your parents had, but they wanted to be strict on you, but they didn't realize that by being strict, they were creating this lack belief in your mind. Okay. So in the beginning, you were made to feel that you don't have enough money, or in anything enough in your life. You need, sometimes it's not about money. Sometimes it's also about that you are not enough, you have to do more, or anything like that will create a thing that where you are always thinking about lack, that this is not enough, I have to do more, I have to do things, I have to achieve more, you know and that comes and that creates a belief of lack, that nothing is enough, there is always lack, there is always lack. Okay. In the beginning, somebody or some situation created that lack in you. Then after a period of time, because that in the beginning, it is you are in a mood that, oh, I don't get things in my life. Yeah. And then if this mood continues for a longer time, you are in a temperament of always lack. You have a tendency, you will see there are few people. I have one friend of mine, she's quite older. She always says, I'm so grateful, I have this in my life, that in my life. And I have, like, I learned from her how she's always talking about that. And there are also people where, they, no matter what you do, कुछ भी बहुत अच्छा दे दो, उसमें एक छोटा सा lack निकाल के दे देंगे. So, after a certain period of time, when you are in a lack mood, if it continues for a month or a year, you develop a temperament of lack. Okay. And then what happens if it continues for more time? You develop a personality of lack. Okay. It's a lack personality. You will only look at things which are lack, you will not be able to do. So what happens is that in the beginning, it was the mind which was telling that there is lack. Okay. after a certain point of time, the body, the mind, when anything that the mind thinks, it creates a chemical reaction. Okay. And that chemical reaction, it creates, the feeling in the body. Okay. And so in the beginning, something happened, the mind reacted, and the chemical reaction that came to the body is the feeling of lack. But after a certain of point of time, if the mind keeps releasing those chemicals and the body keeps feeling those chemicals of lack, a certain point of time, the body gets addicted to the feeling of lack because it is releasing, right, the chemicals of lack. So after a point of time, maybe a year or two, your mind is no longer the mind, your body becomes the mind. Did you get it? Now, what happens is that even if there is no lack in the environment, your body now is the mind, and it says, oh, there is no lack. Let me now find lack. Okay. Even if there is no lack, I will feel lack. And as there are, maybe your husband will bring you thousands of things, and still you will feel, my mother does not give me anything. I'm so much in lack. Now the body is now so addicted to the feeling of lack. So this is what the body can create. So as for example, I'm sitting for meditation and I am trying to come, and that's why coming to the now is so important. Coming to the emptiness is so important, because when we are in the emptiness, emptiness means I'm cutting myself from the body. Do you remember when we do the meditation, we say that you are no longer the body, no mind, no time, no place. Why do we say that? So meditation means I'm going into a space where I don't even feel my body. When I no longer feel the body, what happens? Can you tell me what happens, Momita?
We can tap, yeah, we can tap infinite power.
Yeah, first we cut off from the feeling of the addiction. Did you get it?
Yes,
So because
yes.
now I can visualize beautifully that, oh, I have so much of abundance, because my body will not say, hey, why are you thinking about abundance? You are just so much in lack. So this happens for other things as well. Hmm? So even so this is how the body. So when we are, so that's why everything. So when we are going into emptiness, we are cutting ourselves from these states. And that's why going into emptiness and now state is so important. Okay. So now I will take you to this part of time. Okay. So I'll give you an example. So what happens, so next is the time. I'll explain a bit more after this. The time part is talking about the fact that there are normally in linear dimension, there are three times, right? The past, the present, and the future. Okay. So again, what the time does is that the time binds us to the past or the present. Okay, now we are trying to again get into the emptiness, trying to visualize. Okay, I am this, I am that, I am achieving this. But your mind, if you are not properly trained to get into the now zone, the emptiness, what will your brain do? It will take you to the past. See, you have not achieved anything in the past. There's so many failures, you know and you will get into anxiety. And you, even if you're trying to visualize, it is, you think that you're visualizing, but you're actually adding into your more that pain, and that's why it aggravates more. Yeah, that's why visualization is a two-edged sword. Even before visualizing, that's why it's said that pehle emptiness mein, that's why क्यों बोलते हैं meditation, the main thing of meditation is getting into emptiness, उसमें ज़्यादा time रहो. Okay. Once you are prone, then you are so cut off from these things that you can very beautifully visualize without bringing in the pain from the present or the and the future. Yeah, future again, when I'm trying to visualize what will happen, how will I achieve this, how can it happen, this is so impossible, unbelievable, nobody has achieved this before me, how then I will be able to achieve. So this is again the future does. Okay, so that's when, then again, you know what, it is not just, it is not just stopping us from getting into emptiness. What it also does is that the energy in the body is limited, right? We can bring in a lot of energy from the universe when needed, but kya hota hai, even when we are not meditating, we are walking and talking, what we are doing is that we are sucking in a lot of energy by just doing this, because हमारा energy फिर से energy limited है, लेकिन energy क्या कर रहा है, बाहर या तो future के तरफ जा रहा है या तो past के तरफ जा रहा है। इससे हमारा बहुत सारा लीकिंग ऑफ एनर्जी हो जाता है, जिससे हम प्रेजेंट मोमेंट में बहुत कुछ करना सकते हैं, उस पावर को लेके नहीं कर पाते, वी कांट डू दैट। And that's why the time of going, being in the present, coming back to the present, cutting off from the time is again important. So again, how we do it, going into emptiness, being in the now zone. That's why now zone is so important. If you have also done this Mahavatar Babaji's Kriya, they say first, whatever you do, it should always be, do you remember? It should always be half-half. फर्स्ट डू, अगर तुम 10 मिनट्स का क्रिया किए तो 10 मिनट्स तुम सिर्फ अपने आप को छोड़ दोगे। क्यों बोलते हैं? That is the main power. The first 10 minutes of kriya is actually preparing you to get into emptiness. So final aim of meditation is to get into emptiness, because it is in this emptiness there is unlimited potential. हाँ, बिकॉज फ्यूचर, अगर मैं पास्ट और फ्यूचर में रहती हूँ तो मैं बोलूंगी पॉसिबल नहीं है, पॉसिबल है, नहीं होगा, नहीं होगा। बट मैं जब एम्प्टीनेस एंड प्रेजेंट मोमेंट में रहती हूँ, आई एम टैपिंग इनटू द अनलिमिटेड पावर ऑफ दिस क्वांटम फील्ड। तो एंड एनीथिंग एंड एवरीथिंग इज पॉसिबल। कभी कभी तो बोलते हैं विजुअलाइजेशन भी नहीं करो, इस एम्प्टीनेस में तुम अगर बहुत टाइम रह जाओ, बहुत सारे चीज तो तुम्हारे मैजिकली मैनिफेस्ट हो जाएंगे, because it is the unknown zone. This is called the unknown zone. You know nothing, right? When you are in the emptiness, you are no longer related to your past, present, your body and everything. It is so unknown and unlimited. Sometimes when you are too much staying in the unknown zone, कभी कभी magically जब results देते हैं, they also feel as if कहाँ से आया, कहीं से अचानक से कहीं से आ गए। You will feel like this also. You will feel like a magic happening in your world, because unknown zone से आता है वो हमें। लेकिन हम ज्यादातर टाइम दिमाग लगा देते हैं कि इस करियर में, इस जॉब में मैं जाऊंगी, यहाँ से पैसे आना चाहिए, तो ज्यादातर हमारा इस वजह से इतना पावर नहीं दिखता है। बट इफ वी जस्ट नॉट इवन विजुअलाइज, बी इन द अननोन जोन, इट कैन क्रिएट मैजिक्स, बिकॉज इट ब्रिंग्स थिंग्स फ्रॉम द अननोन जोन। ओके, then again the environment. Okay, again another thing which is so very important in the present day world is this distracted environment. So I'll give you a few examples of this environment. So what happens is, as for example, you are going to work every day, and you are watching your boss. He is always criticizing you and he is always telling you what is wrong with you. Okay, and what happens is that this boss in the environment is triggering your own feeling. It is किसी और को बोलेगा उसको शायद कुछ फर्क भी नहीं पड़ेगा, because उसमें वो अनवर्दी फीलिंग नहीं है। ही फील्स वेरी वर्दी। बचपन से शायद उसने वो ट्रेन नहीं किया, उसके बॉडी को वो केमिकल्स नहीं मिला है। हिज पेरेंट्स और हिज टीचर्स हैव ऑलवेज प्रेज्ड, बट and that's why even if he's criticizing two people in the same way, one person who has unworthy feeling, you feeling, will keep feeling unworthy, and the other person who has this worthy feeling will not even care. But because you have this unworthy feeling, the boss is just it is an excuse for you to feel the unworthy feeling. Okay, so what happens is that again your friend maybe, and what happens is that in environment में different people, different things हमें differently trigger करते हैं. Maybe the boss is triggering my unworthy feeling, an enemy is triggering my hate feeling, okay, and a friend is triggering my suffering feeling. Because friendship में ज्यादातर धोखे मिले या कुछ मिला उनको, and that friendship mean उसको समझ में आ जाता है कि it is filled with suffering. For enemy, he feels that, oh, I need to feel hate. But what happens in the end, at the end of the day is Okay, again, he loses a lot of energy but just by focusing on the environment. Again, the environment keeps triggering. As for example, not just that. एक friend ने phone किया, call किया और बोला कि मुझे बहुत अच्छा job मिल गया है. I have got a very good job. And that will trigger your lack feeling. Huh? So this is how the environment can also impact if we are, like if we are not in the proper now zone, emptiness zone. And also not just that, environment में बहुत सारे चीज, and remember everything is energy, so we should use our energies very efficiently. We think that हम तो सुबह उठे मोबाइल ले लिया, कुछ किया तो न्यूज़ पढ़ लिया. So but what happens is that a lot of energy gets stuck in these addictions. Small of my energy gets fragmented and goes in all these sections. And that's why I'm not left with too much energy to work with myself. Okay, that's why the more we can be in the empty zone and also train ourselves that I will not touch the mobile, I will not do this, the things that you feel they are sucking away your energy, then you can bring in a lot of energy to work on yourself. Okay, so this is how the environment works. Now I will again give you another thing about meditation. Okay, so these three are very important, right? And now, as for example, uh, so now you got it, that when we meditate, why it is so important to get into emptiness even before I visualize, Momita?
Yes, can relate.
Yeah, if you have any questions, you can ask me. Okay? Now I will go to the fact that let us see that I am now I have to meditate. Meditation is so important. Meditation can transform my life. If I can be in that empty zone for a longer time, it can transform my life. But why can't I meditate? Okay. As for example, again, even in meditation, what happens is I'm sitting for meditation.
I have a question. I have a
Yeah.
question. Yeah, so as you said, like, the more we are into empty zone, okay, so we cut off, like, from time, body, environment, all right. And as you rightly mentioned that, so like even we don't need to visualize, because this emptiness can bring magical results in our life, correct?
Hmm.
My experience, like, I think I have shared earlier also, like, so the moment I go into
No,
emptiness,
what I
okay,
say is
or
that you don't need to visualize. Sometimes it's like it becomes a habit that मुझे अभी visualize ही करना है. समझ रहे हो? Sometimes you
acha,
visualize, sometimes you
हाँ,
don't. Just
acha,
let it
acha.
and trust. Let me see what the universe brings for me today.
Yeah. So in my case, that's what, like, since I dive into that emptiness, so I
Hmm.
don't get the time even to visualize because I'm so much, I don't know, I'm lost. Like, I completely lost, and just last में मुझे सुनाई देता है कि when you say surrender to the universe, then I say, oh, acha, okay, I need this, and I surrender to you, to the universe. You make it happen the way you want to, like,
Hmm.
so for
Hmm.
visualization, I think I get rare chance to
No, that
visualize,
is
like,
fine. That is fine. Let it, but also see, as we spoke last time, whether it is yog nidra or not. Okay, then you have to work on it.
hmm,
Okay,
hmm, hmm,
so you have to
hmm,
be very aware. Also, meditators are aware. Also, you know,
hmm, hmm,
they are they
hmm,
are they are almost lost at the same time aware.
hmm, hmm,
Okay, so yeah, so then I come to this point of meditation, huh? And meditation, and I know this is very powerful, but what happens is that whenever I sit to meditate, I think, oh, this is the time for me to shower, so I'll meditate for 15 minutes and the shower, I'll have to take the shower. So the habit that the body has developed of, again, see, this body again is triggering me, and it is asking me to take shower. Okay, because this is a habit. Yeah, again, I again think about the future and the present. मुझे अभी स्कूल जाना है, कॉलेज जाना है, and then again get up from meditation. Sometimes जरूरत भी नहीं है शायद, you know, कि मेरा टाइम है, फिर भी हम लाइक कुछ तो होता है दिमाग में, हमें लगता है कि नहीं नहीं मुझे अभी फ्यूचर में कुछ करना है, तो हम उठ जाते हैं मेडिटेशन से. Even in the environment, this is what happens. Okay, so as for example, like, you know, and I'm meditating and I just remember the cup of coffee that I drink in the morning. Okay, the environment, and again the addiction that the body has created. Again then I have to get up now. I have to get up and I have to go and make this cup of coffee. Yeah. So this is what the body, time, and environment also stops us from meditating. From being into the now zone. So now when we are aware, so that's why do we do these studies? Why is Swadhyaya important? Why is satsang important? So that it creates more awareness. You know, half of the problem gets solved when we are aware of the problem. Do you agree? Right? So sometimes we are not even aware of what we are doing, how the body is getting addicted, how the mind and the environment, you know, and the time, we are so, you know, we are slaves of them, and we keep going into the same loop, vicious cycle, not being able to change our life. Yeah. So it is very important. So even when I'm meditating, that's why Dr. That Patri ji says that, like, you know, man kar raha hai utne ka, lekin utho nahi. He is very strict. So he says मेडिटेशन करेगा, बहुत कुछ करेगा, खुजली करेगा, लगेगा उस रूम में जाओ, थोड़ा पढ़ाई भी कर लूं या कुछ और कर लूं. सोचो कि मेडिटेशन करने बैठी हूँ, इतने घंटे मुझे देना है, अगर तुम सोच के रखे हो तो उतने घंटे कुछ भी हो जाए, दर्द हो, कुछ भी हो, you are going to sit there. Even if there is no concentration, make sure you sit there. You know, this is how you will develop again the habit. So इसीलिए बोलते हैं ना, concentration नहीं है, meditate कैसे करूँ. Again, that develops that addiction to the body. Now it will be a positive addiction. के बैठते 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 आदत हो गई है कि मुझे अभी meditation में बैठना ही है. Environment मुझे कुछ effect नहीं करेगा. Okay, the way for me now, you know, मुझे now for me my habit has become like that. Even when I'm watching a movie, I sometimes think that my husband asks, where are you? And I'm in some other zone. Okay. So, okay. So now, as we know, we are very aware of what we are doing. We will do a very fantastic meditation. Okay. I hope you can hear the music.
No, not audible.
Okay, let me just check. Can you hear it now?
Yes, yes, I can hear.
Close your eyes. You can touch your heart with 2 fingers and take deep breaths in and out of your heart. as you breathe in and out, imagine your heart chakra is opening. Feel your heart with all the beautiful emotions of love, gratitude, compassion, joy, support, cooperation, empathy. And as you feel these emotions, see how your heart chakra is opening more and more. Feel the devotion for the divine. Feel the gratitude that you're always supported and taken care of by the divine. Yes. And as you do so, now you can remove the fingers from the heart and just go back to your normal, natural breathing. As you do so, just become a witness to the thoughts and feelings if they are coming. Don't get attached to them, just observe them and make sure your main focus is only on your breath. more you feel your heart, even when you're just focusing on your breath, you're bringing more and more brain-heart coherence. Whenever you feel like that, yes, you're losing the focus, bring in your heart. Feel your breath with your heart. You can now just melt yourself and become a nobody, no time, with no environment. Just melt yourself so that you are a nobody, no time, no place. Yeah. Get into this empty zone. Whenever you see that your thoughts are coming, it means you're either in your body, thoughts and emotions are coming, or thinking about some past or future, or worrying about your environment. Bring your focus back to your breath so that you break this connection with the body, time, and environment. At this moment, as you're completely in the now state, the emptiness state, visualize the goal that you want to achieve. Visualize as if it is happening to you right now. You are in that movie. You are the hero in there. You're not watching it as a third person. You're involved as the first person achieving this. Feel the joy, the excitement that comes with the achievement. The moment any thought comes, how it is going to happen, and oh, this was what happened in the past, just cut it off with your breath. Bring back your focus to your breath. And again, go into just emptiness and visualization. As you're visualizing, touch the visualization with your heart. Feel the visualization with your heart. Give your heart chakra energy to this beautiful goal of yours. Surrender. Surrender this dream of yours to the universe now. Let the universe make it happen easiest way possible with least resistance. Feel the gratitude. Thank the universe with the belief that it is done, it is done, it is done. Give deep gratitude. Now, bless your body. Bless your body with a new mind, a new, evolved, enlightened mind, so that it is no longer addicted to its past emotions, past habits, past tendencies. Bless your mind too with a new, evolved mind, so that it can think in an enlightened way. Bless your past for giving you experiences. At the same time, bless it so that it doesn't repeat the negative experiences. Bless your present to be more in the now and emptiness. And bless your future to be an amazing future. The future that you have dreamt of. Bless your entire life so that this life is of service to mankind and can live its highest good, become its best possible version. And with this blessing, you can slowly come back to the here and now. Thank you. 1 second, let me just put the music off. Okay. Thank you, Momita. You can leave. I'll be with others.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah.
Okay, bye
Okay. Yeah.
bye.
Bye, bye, bye.
কিরকম আছো তোমরা? 1 মিনিট দাঁড়াও, হ্যাঁ আমি রিদান। হ্যাঁ, কিরকম আছো? আজকে পান্না ঘরে পান্না জয়েন করবো। ওকে, তা আজকে আমরা কি কি শিখুম হলো এইটা দেখো। ওকে, তো আমরা ওকে, প্রথমে আমরা আমি আগে এটা ডিসকাস করে নিই, তারপর ও শিট, আই থিংক আই হ্যাভ টু স্টপ দ্য রেকর্ডিং এজ ওয়েল।